of reacting to it. I'm really bad at hiding my facial reactions to things. So it made for a really good clip. It's going viral on my Twitter, so that's really cool. We're all about the content here. So yeah, it's in the works. I switched agents in January. So kind of not great timing because by that point, budgets are pretty much set. And then we get to the end of the year. Obviously, they're looking to college kids most for the first, which to me doesn't make sense, but I don't run a shoe company, so I can't blame them. That's just kind of how the sport works. You just got to live with it.
Have you ever had a pro contract then?
No.
And is that frustrating as a world champion?
Incredibly, yes. Because it's frustrating because I feel like last year I did everything I could to earn it. Made the U.S. team, got a bronze medal, top 10 in U.S. history, top 20 in world history, and to not get a contract's frustrating. Plus, it's frustrating when my family keeps texting me any updates on a contract, and I'm like, if I had it, you'd have it. But it's just natural curiosity. So, but yes, it does get pretty frustrating, especially when you see college kids get it, which is very deserved. But in my mind, I felt like I've proven it on a world level last year, and I'm working on it again this year. So it's all in good timing. God's plan's perfect. So see what happens.
How do you choose race to race what you wear, what you run? Are you
whatever I think
in one company too much?
I don't really care, just because I don't think the shoe companies are paying attention to that. If they were, I'd be a lot more petty about it. I thought about I was gonna do a custom jersey from Talladega Nights that said me with the cougar on it, and in the back saying I want to go fast, but I couldn't find a way to make it happen in time. So I'm rocking the Grant Holloway, the 110 hurdle, the high hurdle GOAT. I'll say it if no one else will, but yeah.
Trevor, talking about this race here, how did today feel? It's
so much better execution-wise. Yeah, and I knew my hamstring was going to hurt really bad over hurdle 1 because it happened yesterday. So with me knowing it was going to happen, there wasn't much of a shock factor. I was able to attack better. Had some choppy steps on the backstretch, but it's the semifinals, that's expected. And that's why I hate the rounds, but I love them because it's like a big practice, right? So now I fully know what to expect from myself going into that final. Just have to go do it.
What were the big changes this year getting down to Florida and training that coaches seen maybe that you've been adjusting this year?
Yeah, me being the ignorant post-college kid, I always told people I had a PhD in the 400 hurdles. Coach Holloway, I found out really quickly I do not, and he does. So it's just kind of adjusting to that, taking his coaching, trusting him with race plan stuff, even when I'm kind of I don't know. But whenever he says something and I don't know about it, I tell myself, I didn't move my whole life down to Florida. Like I said yesterday, a state I had never set foot in ever. We just found our apartment on Zillow and said, send it, we're good. But I didn't move my whole life down to Florida to not listen to the greatest coach of all time. So it's just trusting him, trusting his plan and everything. Even when stuff's not going well, I see how the college kids are doing at NCAAs. I mean, the Florida men every year are popping off. So just trusting that and knowing that it'll come for me.
What does it say on your hand?
Isaiah 40:31, my favorite verse. It's fitting since I went to Ashland University, we're the Eagles. But the verse says, those who hope in the Lord shall renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Great verse for the 400 hurdles, because you get about 250 in, starting to feel a little weary. You get to that last hurdle, starting to feel a little faint, and that hurdle looks like 42 inches instead of 36. So it's a perfect verse for that. I'm reciting it to myself as I'm standing there in the blocks. Talk to myself constantly in the blocks, and while they're doing intros, because I get a lot of nervous energy. I took caffeine, kind of bouncing off the walls right now if you can't tell. But yeah, it's just a good way to kind of comfort myself when things get really nerve-wracking.
What do we do between now and tomorrow? What do we work on? What is coach's feedback?
Coach's feedback is going to be very interesting. He's probably going to say that it was good. There were some ugly parts, because that's normally how it goes. When I went to talk to him yesterday, he was like, that was good. You never really sprinted. It was perfect. And then he said, I actually laughed because some of the hurdles were so ugly. But it's round 1. You got to survive in advance. Everyone's favorite saying at trials. But yeah, big Q energy. He's probably just going to tell me to run through the hurdles because I felt it on the backstretch. But I'm excited for tomorrow. It's going to be another. Last year it took mid 47 to make the team. This year it's probably going to take about the same, if not faster. So I'm excited to run tomorrow.
right. Good luck, Trevor.
Thank you guys.